guys stand behind us. You can stand, Justin. Courtney, come up on here, Justin. Courtney, come up here. All right, you guys, we'll move around here. So I'd like to thank the Triborough Bridge and Tunnel Authority for allowing us for the 19th time to walk through this tunnel, historic tunnel, for what my brother did 19 years ago on September 11, 2001. It was a heroic run. It was his final footsteps. But those footsteps has inspired so many people. They're telling me I'm talking too much. So those final footsteps have inspired so many people to do good, to do the right thing. And we not just honor Stephen, we honor all those who perished in the 9/11. He lost his life as a firefighter. There was 343 firefighters who died that day. There were over 60 police officers, including 37 Port Authority police officers and 23 NYPD officers. There's so many acts of heroism. You had Wells Crowther, who was the man in the red bandana who saved countless lives that day. There's just so many stories of acts of, like I say, acts of heroism that we have to never forget. And that's why we're here today walking through. It's different this year. Obviously, we should have 30,000 plus people running through the tunnel, coming out here, looking at all the banners of the pictures when you first come out, you know, going by ground zero. But it's not, it's still just as important that we are covering it and that we make sure that we never forget. Thank you for walking with us today. All of you, you've been a great support for us from the very beginning. Know that we really appreciate it. TBTA has been, like I said in the beginning, unbelievable for us. So we're never going to stop. Our first responsibility, yes, we build houses for the most catastrophic lineage of service members. We build houses for Gold Star families. The families are left behind for our men and women in uniform. Over 7,000 have died and given their lives for our country after 9/11. So if they have a small young family left behind, we're going to take care of them. We're going to either pay off their mortgage or build them a home. And you know what we do for fallen first responders, pay off their mortgages if they die in the line of duty, especially police officers now that are paying a big price just for wearing the color blue and protecting us. That being said, our first responsibility is to make sure that we never forget, and that's what we're doing here today, that we never forget the sacrifice that was made 19 years ago, 2001. So thank you for having us here today, and once again, God bless, and God bless the greatest country that's ever existed. Didn't clap for me? Didn't clap? My daughter-in-law didn't clap for me. Any questions?
You've been holding this walk, this remembrance, like you said, for 19 years now. Does the walk get easier? Does it get harder after 19 times? How has it changed over the years?
Well, it gets harder because I'm almost 68 now. No. Seriously, when anyone goes through that tunnel, they're just so inspired. They're thinking about those who ran through that tunnel on 9/11. My brother, who ran through that tunnel. If you hear the West Point cadets when they come through here and they're chanting USA, USA, and they all do it in cadence, they have over 2,500 West Point cadets do it. We have firefighters and police officers from all over the country that do it. Military, I think there's 10,000 military personnel that come from all over that do it. So no, it doesn't get harder. We always have that memory. For me personally, the loss is just as great today as it was 19 years ago. It's different. It's different, and as there's so much time has gone on, but you never get over. You just learn to live with it. That's what losses like that is. But the best way to live with it is to do something for somebody else, and who better to do for is the greatest of all Americans. I say that the goodness of America has to take care of the greatness of America. The goodness is the generosity of all that help us, that joined our mission, that donate the $11 a month on our $11 a month campaign, our corporations that help us like Home Depot and General Motors and so many others. We have the D'Anello family that has done so much for us. We're blessed to have so many people join us on the mission. But the goodness takes care of the greatness, and the greatness is who I said before, those who wear our uniform, let it be our military, our police officers, or our firefighters, or law enforcement all across the country. We better take care of them. We better make a statement that, God forbid something happens to them, that we're going to take care of their families. So what greater mission do we have at the Tunnel to Towers Foundation to take care of the greatness of America? And that's why it gets more and more important every year, because there's so many more that we have to help.
You know, this year's event, the walk, looks very different because of COVID. You know, tell us a little bit about, you know, how it's different feeling that walk through the tunnel without so many people with you. How does the meaning change?
Well, it was very intimate. You know, for me personally, it was very intimate because going through there, my thoughts are, you know, about my brother and what he did. Listen, COVID-19 is real. A lot of people took a lot of people's lives. We actually wore a mask. You know, it was important. But that, and we look, Tunnel to Towers Foundation. We sent out over 3 million PPE, personal protective equipment. 3 million pieces we sent all over the United States. We went to Chicago, Detroit, Atlanta, Washington, Florida. We went all over, plus, of course, the tri-state area. So we know it, you know, what happened. So therefore, we had to respect it and make sure that we didn't go through the tunnel with 30,000 people through that tunnel. That being said, it was different, but it was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Anything else? Okay? Thank you, guys. God bless you.